I don't know how I trust Snapchat more than the other platforms when like I'm censored on here too, but like I've been censored like this was back like in 2000 probably 14 that I screenshotted this. Like this was back when I was living in San Antonio. I was VNOC 7. I had SoundCloud. This was before Crystal Streets. This was before I moved to Nashville and I became Crystal Streets because I had to change my name because I didn't have money for SoundCloud. And then I got locked out of my account for some reason. So here I have -1 views. When I talked about Venus Vixen, because I thought that I knew her twin as a child. Like I didn't know her that age. Like I knew her probably like 5 years younger. And then I was hearing in my head all this bullshit, like which I don't know if it's bullshit. I heard that she was like my daughter or something, genetic daughter, not actual daughter. And I was very confused about. It's hard to explain how like you can't think if there's something in your head, and so like you forget that like if there are clones, like there could be like 80 of her, and so when I mentioned her, she got -1 likes on SoundCloud, and or on Instagram, and like in all her pictures had -1 likes. So I screenshotted it. I have like 3 pictures of her with -1 likes, and like what I would say is like when a porn star is getting their communication censored in front of everyone, then that means that like the people who are cloning the person to be a porn star are people that are like literally enslaving someone for sex. Because like you're not a sex worker, you have sex on camera, but you have to do something worse than a sex worker. Like you need to, this is the only way, like it's very hard to explain how they can get you to do some shit. And so, censorship has been a problem for a long time. Bluesky says it has 40 million users. That means like I am not very famous. Like, and when I'm in real life, do I think I'm famous? Yes. Like, cause I can like be driving down the street and there's a car with a Christmas tree. Like it's a literal car with a Christmas tree tied to it. And that's like 4 months ago. Like I can go to that guy's house right now. I know where they live. I've been thinking about going to drop off autographs in their mailbox. I should go drop off some autographs for them. And so like I do know I'm famous in real life because like someone might scream or something. But like I don't know how famous I am because there are only 40 million total users on Bluesky. Taylor Swift's got like 300 million viewers or users on Instagram where there are -1 likes where I'm banned. But Taylor's page, like what is it probably if I were to go in there? Advertisements. Like she doesn't like actually post like Miley Cyrus, like does she post? She does advertisements. Like I don't like, there's nothing like having someone like telling you, well, it's Miley Cyrus. Like she like, and then like, and you start believing that like she's someone that you knew that you like barely know. The point I was trying to make in my last video is that like, if you're someone like me, dating Miley Cyrus is like cringe as possible, or like the possibility of dating Miley Cyrus because her Instagram page is advertisements. Like you will never see her not doing an advertisement. And it's kind of like Taylor Swift where it's like the most cringe experience possible is like, wait, I'm supposed to, you guys want me to date Taylor Swift? Because like the mafia will like be like, here's who you're dating. Like that's what they did with this one girl in San Antonio once where it's like, you should probably just marry her. And I was just like, what? No, I'm not a whore. Like that's like the way I am is like, I'm not a whore for the mafia. And so like, and I also didn't understand I was a genius. Like you could have been like, look, you're the smartest person in the world. You need to have a baby with this girl because she's the smartest person in the world too. And I would have been like, oh, okay. But they couldn't logically tell me that. So like, for me, it's like, you're such a huge criminal. Your family's so freaking rich from the crimes they commit that these people need to date you. You need to go date that criminal. And so it was like, but like I said, like my communications were censored always. And so like when I see 40 million users on Bluesky, I'm like, how in the world would you lie about how many people are on your platform? Like when you're a business person, don't you have to like if Mark Zuckerberg goes from 500 million users to 1 billion users on Facebook, does he have to build physical stuff? He has to build server farms. He has to build a natural gas power plant to power the electricity for the server farm. So like when Bluesky has 40 million users, I'm like, you guys actually have 40 million users? Like you're not like over like 200 at least? Like for me, it means I'm not that famous, but in real life, like people will scream. And that's what was happening back when I screenshotted this, because like I knew I was famous in real life. And when you know you're famous in real life, you're like, why is this happening to me? And I thought it was the FBI who like doesn't want people to know about my hunger strike protesting the police. But like I didn't realize the mafia was so afraid of me becoming famous. If you didn't hear, Poppy's winning. Like Poppy is like a very, very clear like artist, like an actual artist, and she's good at music. She qualified with music. She qualified with art. And so it's like everyone who's wondering like who you have to like get anywhere near in coolness level or in like talent level, like it's Poppy. Like she's really like it's kind of like Avril and Poppy, but it's Poppy. Like Poppy is like clever. Like she's pretty funny. All right, so I've been censored a long time. They're using the censorship to make girls like. The final point I'll make in this 3-video series for YouTube that I have to make on Snapchat, because my communications are censored. Like I would create regular videos like I used to for YouTube, but I can't because my communications are censored. I can't green screen stuff. The final point I'd make is that like the reason they have to censor is because they're doing child sex workers. Like this girl's like 8 years old, probably at some point. She's hooking up with adults and she's hooking up with kids. I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% certain about her because like I've reached that point like where I do know she looks like Nicole, but I know she's not like, it's very hard to see her like with all that makeup on. Like she wears a lot of makeup in porn and stuff. But like they're censoring people's communications so that they can get them to marry certain people, so they can get them to not date certain people, like so they can get them to not do certain things, so they can get them to not know certain things, because they're using children as sex workers. Like, I mean, like that's why they got Rainbow Satanica and other little people that are twins, because the girl can't know her age. She's the person that has no one that can go to school with her because she's so smart. And so she ends up like in a class with little people and she'll never understand the situation she's in. And then like her communications are censored. She has no option. Like she has no option but to do what the mafia says. And that's kind of like the situation I felt that I was in a long time ago, which is like, this was before I went to grad school. Like this was before I knew computers. Like it was before like if you'd met me back then, you'd think I'm like a genius musician. But like you would never actually know how smart I am. Like now I'm like precise in my wording more because I know more words. Like my vocabulary is almost doubled since I was VNOC 7. So yeah, Poppy is someone that like is on that level. Like I really like finding a girl that can like I can like show like the world and be like, that's kind of like how awesome a person has to be to date me, because like I like how long I've waited to date, because like it always felt like the mafia was trying to set me up with people and control my life, and who they set you up with like with is like, here you should get set up with Taylor Swift. No, not Taylor, but at least she has money. Like like you don't care about money until you're like, well, I mean, she's not bad looking, she's pretty good looking, and she has money. And she's actually good at music. So dating Taylor Swift is a very real okay thing. But, I mean, the real thing is like, it seems like it's a bullshit story for one. Like I knew Taylor Swift when I was growing up. And then for two, like, it's like, she's so